Welcome you all. I am Srinath, Faculty of Mechanical Department, Kendra Engineering College, Bangalore. On this session, I will explain about the continuity equation. The first of all, we need to study about what is the rate of flow or discharge. So that is denoted by letter Q. So it is defined as the quantity of fluid flowing per second through a section of a pipe or a channel. For example, if you take one pipe or channel, consider a pipe. There is a pipe. The fluid is flowing through this pipe, and take one section, the section AA. This section AA. So what is the quantity of fluid is flowing through this section? What is the quantity of fluid flowing through this section per second is called as rate of flow or discharge. The for an incompressible fluid or liquid, the rate of flow or discharge is expressed as the volume of fluid flowing across the section per second. So in case of compressible fluids, the rate of flow is usually expressed as the weight of fluid flowing across the section. So for liquids, the units of Q are meter cube per second or liter per second. For gases, the units of Q are kg force per second or Newton per second. So these are the two units are used for liquids as well as gases, depends on the volume flow rate of fluid as well as weight of fluid flowing through the section. The next, consider a liquid flowing through a pipe in which A is equals to cross section area of the pipe and V is equals to average velocity of the fluid across the section. So for example, if you consider the section AA, so what is the area of this one? So what is the area of this pipe here? Then at what rate and what is the mean velocity of the fluid flowing through this section? And then the discharge Q is given by the Q is equals to product of area and velocity. So here the unit of area is in case of meter square and unit of velocity is meter per second. Then unit of discharge is meter cube per second. Next, move on to the continuity equation. The equation based on the principles of conservation of mass is called continuity equation. Thus, for a fluid flowing through the pipe at all the cross section, the quantity of fluid per second is constant. Consider now two cross sections of a pipe as shown in figure. The cross section 1 as well as another cross section is 2 and see the direction of the fluid flow from the left to right. So let V1 average velocity at cross section 1 rho 1 density at section 1 A of 1 is equals to area of pipe at section 1 and V2 rho 2 A2 are corresponding values at section 2 2. Then rate of flow at section 1 1. The rate of flow at section 1 1 is given by density into area into velocity. The rho 1 A1 V1. Then rate of flow at section 2 2 is equals to rho 2 A2 V2. According to the law of conservation of mass, the rate of flow at section 1 1 is equals to rate of flow at section 2 2. With respect to that, rho 1 A1 V1 is equals to rho 2 A2 V2. The rate of flow of fluid through the section 1 1 is equals to rate of fluid flowing through the section 2 2. Equation, so this equation is applicable to the compressible and incompressible fluids and called as continuity equation. So this above equation is called as continuity equation. If the fluid is incompressible, then rho 1 is equals to rho 2, that is the density at section 1 1 is equals to density of fluid at section 2 2. So now this equation becomes, then equation reduces to A1 B1 is equals to A2 V2. So that is the expression for continuity equation for incompressible flow. Then now continuity equation in 3 dimensions. They consider a fluid element of lengths dx, dy and dz in the direction of x, y and z. So here one fluid element is considered to derive the expression for the continuity equation in 3 dimensions. The length of this fluid element is dx, dy and dz in all 3 directions of x, y and z. So these are the lengths. Now let u, v and w are the inlet velocity component in x, y and z directions respectively. In the direction of x, the velocity component is u. In the direction of y, the velocity component is v, and in the direction of z, the velocity component is w. Now consider the faces of this fluid element. That's a A, B, C, D. The another side is given as E, F, G, H, and similar manner at the top, that is a E, H, D, and bottom face of fluid element is B, C, G, F. The mass of fluid entering the phase A, B, C, D, that's per second. Now consider the fluid is entering from the left side and leaving at the right side of the right side here. That means now fluid is entering through the phase A, B, C, D and leaving at the phase of E, F, G, H. So now what is the mass? The mass of the fluid element is given by the density into velocity. So density is given by rho and velocity in the direction of x and area of ABCD. So what is the area? The mass of the fluid element is equals to density into velocity and area. So here density is rho, velocity of the fluid in the direction of x, and what is the area of phase ABCD. So here rho, the velocity in the direction of x is, velocity component is u, and area of ABCD, the phase ABCD is dy and into dz. Then mass of fluid leaving the phase EFGH per second is given by rho u dy into dz plus there is a change in mass or increase in mass, that is given by dou by dou x. So that is a the increase in or rise in mass of fluid in the direction of x, that is given by there's a dou by dou x rho u dy into dz and in the direction of x, that is a dx. So now what is the gain of mass in x direction? There is a fluid enter at one side of the phase, there is the left side of the phase, and fluid is get exited from the right side of the right side phase of the fluid, that is EFGH. So during this flow, so what is the gain in mass? So what is the gain in mass in the direction of x? So here, so that is equals to mass through ABCD minus the mass through EFGH per second. The mass through ABCD is given by rho u dy into dz. Then the mass minus the mass through EFGH phase, that is rho u dy dz minus dou by dou x rho u dy dz to dx. After simplification of this expression, we will get that minus dou by dou x rho u dy into dz. Then dou minus dou by dou x rho u dx dy and dz. So here dy and dz is a constant. So similarly, net gain of mass in y direction. The similar manner you have to write the expressions for y direction. The y direction means in the fluid is entering through the phase BCGF and leaving through the phase AEHD. After that we will get the expression as minus dou by dou y and rho into v. There is a velocity component in the direction of y is v, so that is taken as rho v. Then dx, dy and dz. Similarly, the net gain of mass in the z direction. So what is the mass of fluid or the gain in mass in the z direction? That is given by, that is equals to minus dou by dou z, the direction of z, rho into w. So here w represents the velocity component in z direction, then dx, dy and dz. So now what is the total gain in mass? So what is the total gain in mass through this fluid element? So that is equals to minus dou by dou x into rho u plus dou by dou y of rho u v plus dou by dou z of rho w, and the directions in the dx, dy and dz. Since the mass is neither created nor destroyed in the fluid element, the net increase of mass per unit time in the fluid element must be equal to rate of increase of mass of fluid in the element. So according to that, but mass of fluid element is given by rho into dx, dy and dz, that is the volume of the fluid element, and its rate of increase with the time. The time is dou by dou t rho into dx, dy, dz, or that is given by dou rho by dou t dx, dy and dz. Equating the two expressions, that is a net gain of mass as well as this, or the mass of fluid element increasing with the time, then the equating these two expressions, we will get the expression becomes next dou rho by dou t plus dou by dou x rho u plus dou by dou y rho v plus dou by dou z rho w is equals to 0. And after cancelling what the dx, dy and dz in both sides of the expressions, and taking the dou rho by dou t to the another to the right hand side or left hand side. So finally you get the expression becomes like that. So this is expression for the continuity equation in three coordinates. The continuity equation for Cartesian coordinates in its most general form. So this equation is applicable to. So this continuity equation is applicable to steady and unsteady flow type of fluid, uniform and non-uniform type of flow, compressible and incompressible fluids. For steady flow, the continuity equation becomes reduces to. So here in continuity equation, the change in density with respect to time is equals to 0. So there is no change in density with respect to time. So with respect to that, so now this equation becomes reduced to. That means very first term on this dou rho by dou t, that is get cancelled because there is no change in density with respect to time. So now equation, the continuity equation reduces to dou by dou x into rho u plus dou by dou y of rho v plus dou by dou z of rho w is equals to 0. If the fluid is incompressible, then rho is constant and equation reduces to. So once again, if the fluid is incompressible, the density remains constant in that such fluids. So now this equation becomes reduces to dou u by dou x plus dou v by dou y plus dou w by dou z is equals to 0. The continuity equation for two-dimensional flow. In case the continuity equation is derived for two-dimensional flow, the component w is equals to 0 and this equation reduces to dou u by dou x plus dou v by dou y is equals to 0. That means in this session we have discussed about what is the rate of discharge or Q and the continuity equation, the expression for continuity equation, as well as we derived the expression for continuity equation in Cartesian coordinates. Thank you.